Cole, I see you.
We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside.
I don't
Guys, we
even know
can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Well, I don't know that, Dirty Joker.
And the Bears will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Honestly, I didn't really like Madden 20.
Double right! Double right!
I think he was on
On
22.
the move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road.
BRG, what's going on, man? I thought you'd be asleep by now.
Do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Still out ahead of them right now and play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing. They're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Fires to the tight end. Able to work it to the 30.
Doing this with your Longhorns, BRG. For real. I just dropped a song. Oh, man.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. He'll get rid of it. And it won't make the connection going for the big play. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, it's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads are really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one at one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
Oh, what happened? You were outside?
And the Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this
wear
3rd and
gloves?
short.
How did you forget?
Looking to throw again. Shoots it to the left.
I gotta snag it. Why?
Not good enough, man. Ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This offense has it with really good field position.
55 weak.
We don't play on until
Going right to work up top.
leave, so
One of the things you love about
BRG
this quarterback is not only can he
says
run between the tackles. But
I'm
he's
not
also
bad.
a
I know you have a
weapon in
good
this
night, bro.
offense,
If I'm going
catching
to
the
bed.
football.
Hey, you have a great night too, BRG. I'm not gonna
The
say all
Bears
that. I
with
just
a second and
go.
short to keep this
right
drive moving.
Here we go.
Wide receiver comes
Yeah,
in
you
motion.
cool.
Wants to fire on second
It's
down.
this guy.
Moving out of the pocket. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard
Wow,
line?
saying all that is crazy.
Second and short is a great situation to be in.
On the
And
set.
look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the
Flip
football.
it,
He
flip
wants to
it.
be aggressive, but he can just
Easy.
take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great thing ahead of the sticks.
And he rolls into the house.
Let's go now. Let's go,
Bears!
Let's do it. Let's run.
That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses.
Yeah,
and that's
I don't-
25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting
MB.
run. They're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he's got
I hope Keon Boone pays up in the morning. Bro, Phil, I'm gonna be honest. He probably won't, but you'll never know.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Which one? Yeah, I don't know where he
And
is.
it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Wow. Wow.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here.
What do you got?
On the run, Simon picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Yeah, he probably won't. He's a loser. And if he doesn't, he's a fraud. Yeah, bro, fair. I'm telling you, he ran because he knew. That's
Halfway
tough.
there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
22.
Yeah, don't be surprised.
Run it to the right here. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Using his feet to buy time. Got it in the middle, it's Bond. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. He's left with no option. He just threw it away.
That's
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an
That's
actual
a good
rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-teamed high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. Sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Set, ready. Hunt go.
Wants to throw it in. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money.
If he
You
were to
just
do
have
that,
to make that catch. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory.
My new YouTube short has already almost had 500 for real, BRG. I thought he was too, but I don't know.
Okay,
So
ready?
they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
Wide receiver going in motion.
Set high!
Goes to the option. He is going nowhere.
Damn, bro, fella, I
At the
see
line
you.
of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity
ready?
when you don't do your assignment.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Ready!
Looking to fire. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these
that's
windows are
crazy.
going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Unloads to the wide. Got a man in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and
I
get
would
it
get
out to the
Simmons.
39-yard line.
If they're going to sit back in zone,
Got it.
I'm going to make sure I know
Roll it,
exactly
roll it.
what they're doing.
Hey.
Find those holes, find those
Clear.
crossing patterns,
Ready,
and
go.
take advantage of that zone.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the
Ready,
passing
break.
game, but you got to stop the run
Longer.
first.
After picking up a couple, it's
Easy.
2nd and 8.
Ready!
Back to pass. Under fire. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked.
707 views and it keeps going up. I see you,
That's going to
BRG.
be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Ready up!
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Texas offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a
That's
few
nice,
first
see?
downs, and I'm in scoring position.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to make magic, turning it on. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period.
Over!
Maybe it just
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
it just depends on if he can win.
The
'cause I
big
don't know.
fella in the middle, man.
He
Those
just been
defensive
so
tackles, they go
mediocre with
such
the
a
Steelers.
long way
I
in
don't know if he
deciding
can do
and
it.
really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards
Yeah,
and those
right.
centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
What did he do with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell? What did he do? Remind me. I know, but he had talent though.
He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Jinx, obviously
You just
not.
can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Let's go! Let's go!
Ooh, yeah, Vrabel's a great.
Quarterback touch pass for a jet sweep. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming.
Ready, go!
Off the play fake. Dances away. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you.
Yeah,
25
that
touchdown
just
catches,
making me
that's an
stressed,
impressive
'cause when
figure.
he
Yeah,
plays
he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays,
Yeah,
makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's
This
why he's
ain't
putting
even
up such
Madden,
great stats.
buddy.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
I can't pop my knuckles.
Here he
Yeah.
comes from midway in the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
On the
Baylor
double.
has it back, and here comes the Bear offense.
Yeah, but
They've
I
seen
just
the
called
good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick, looking for a huge play. And that will be incomplete.
I just
Man,
tell
that would have been a
myself,
big
I
hitter if
just
they
look
could have
out
done
the
it,
window,
but
I said,
second
"It's
down
just the
coming.
game, it ain't going
I think for the
shit."
quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Igloo!
The play action fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that
Ready,
time
set.
they had him all bottled up. And they were able to use their speed to make him go east
Come on,
and west
set.
and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Quick strike complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory,
Get
on
set.
4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field.
And how nice is it then to have a big physical quarterback like this guy, right? You got 4th and short, quarterback sneak. Everybody knows it. But he's just plowing into that offensive line and driving his legs, pushing forward to pick up the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to the back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
On the set.
After that last completion, it's second down.
Here we go. Ready.
Wants to go up top. Caught. Close to the marker. Is right. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 3. They're going to pick up a 15.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
Okay,
They'll
ready?
snap it from the 39. 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit.
Gets the back moving. Here comes the option. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
It was so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up 14 over USC. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, they got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Set, go!
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's far. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Now on first down from the 43.
Cooler! On set!
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Now improvising. He'll pull it down and run. First down and 4. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The Longhorns will line it up on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Shield! Form! Set! Come on!
From the run to give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Hammer!
And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room.
I got him!
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Nice job putting
Why
it
are
together.
you blowing
Nice
up my
job
phone?
punctuating
Look
the
at Keon. Look
Still
at Keon.
left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that
He
has
said,
so
"Why are
much
you
blowing up
confidence
my
in their
phone?"
offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the
I
lead into
guess so,
halftime,
yeah.
and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he added the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's not going to take a knee. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Ready,
This drive will start from the 19-yard line.
easy.
Hey, what you got for me, baby? What you got?
Troops over here.
Watch the screen.
Ready.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout.
Give me that, buddy."
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact
Yeah, I
that they
forgot
forced the
YouTube is
turnover.
I forgot about that.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle box, so he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab, it's Sparko.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Off the defender. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10.
Trail, charcoal.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sparko. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Under pressure and down he goes at the 33. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. The ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds.
Ready up. Let's go.
Motion from the wide receiver.
Four down.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. They bring him down with a big
Let's go. And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
On the double.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39.
Set.
The gift to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country.
Ready?
They just can't
Dino!
get him
Dino!
going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You
Move!
got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Ready,
It'll be
set.
3rd and long.
Lasso! Lasso! Ready!
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Rodriguez. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He caught it. They made the stop, but there's a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again.
Ready!
And the Bears are on the move.
Ready! Coming to you! Ready, go!
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Down left side. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again.
On the
First
set!
down and an eternity after a mountain of penalties.
Cricket!
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly
Okay,
that.
ready?
Clock ticks across the
Squirrel!
4-minute mark here in the 3rd.
29 fills. Go!
He might want another play.
Ready?
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snags it. Touchdown, Bears! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Man, we need to do something.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Quick! Quick!
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25.
Okay, ready? Ready, set. Ready, go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left.
Oh, heck yeah.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45.
They ain't ready for us.
On the
Here
ready?
comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They reeled off a
42
long
Spider.
touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the
Ready,
entire
ready.
country.
Gaucho.
Picked up 2
Gaucho.
yards on that last one. They need 8
Clear.
on 2nd
Clear.
down.
Hot.
Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Gilder. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Got it.
Now on 3rd down for
Lion.
this offense.
Lion. Easy.
From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodriguez. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those
Ready,
big
break.
chunks.
The Bears will
Timber.
have it 1st and 10.
Spider.
That's what we need. Turn it over. Turn it over. Let's go.
Ready.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Ready
So
up.
now it's 2nd
Hornet.
and long.
Hornet. Green 25. Gorilla. Go.
He'll run play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On the
They
double.
got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Hound 55 weak. Stand.
From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Looking for the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Ready.
And the Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Slab.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Back's got it. And he will take it in.
It's one more time, baby. We gotta be big time now.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22.
Pace, 27, jump! Set up!
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Bringing the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Double right! Set! Set, go!
Leads it with the back. Not enough for the first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Keep going, keep.
That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Quarterback extends the play. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
In the situation we're in,
28 to 40. What up, Jinx?
That one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
Ready,
Baylor
set.
has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Man, what
Igloo.
a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Okay.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Jackrabbit. Hey. Ready.
Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way. So the defense really needs to have a plan.
He makes a grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive.
Okay,
Even
ready?
when you've got
Check,
the lead
check.
late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your
Come on,
playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown.
Nico, what's up, my guy?
They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Out again, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Hurry.
And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry up.
Ready.
To throw, it's Hawkins. With the catch, it's Barco. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Dances away to buy time. On the run, deep down the right side. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Flag.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back in the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. Fires complete on the crosser. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today.
Breaks into the open. Whistled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but's able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
And the Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
Ready, go!
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Forced out of the pocket. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Lets it go to the end zone. Snaps it out of the air. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds.
What up, Nick? How y'all doing, man?
Where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Texas!
They're not even trying
and
to do
they
anything.
add 6 more to the board.
Telling my mom, nah, do your thing, Jinx.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Now on second down.
Get set!
Wants to go up top. Takes an easy completion. It's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The Bears will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
This is my mode, baby.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Man, what
Okay,
a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Rushes on him. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Behind the chains, now on second and long.
27 jump.
Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Quarterback adapting. He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Trying to move the sticks on third down.
Ready. Cooler.
Watch the throw on the screen.
He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game?
Ready,
The defense
fight.
coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You
Here we
know
go.
they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Trying to set up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'm only going to be able to carry it so
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Ready up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Set. Hut.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. It's complete to the right. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
Yeah, and when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw.
On
We
the
can run
double.
in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility at a guy in that slot position.
We got kids, man. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Ready.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Ready.
And the
set.
Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Cricket.
Off on first down. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Okay.
The offense
break.
down to the 22 on first and 10.
29 Philly.
Wide receiver comes in
29
motion.
Philly.
Now on the move. Through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every relatively speaking, of